Just wanted to welcome everyone to our Hype for Handshake webinar. Today, we're going to be focusing on getting started with Handshake. Thankful for my co-host, Stacy Patola, who will be driving Zoom today. But yes, my name is Stephanie Swanger. I work in the Center for Career and Professional Development as one of our assistant directors, but really the purpose in my presenting today is that I'm our Handshake administrator. I have been with the Handshake platform since day one when Mercer implemented this platform, and I learn something new every day. So I'm hopeful that if you are familiar with the platform, you learn something new. And if you're not familiar with the platform, you learn a whole lot of new. But who are we and why are we here and why are we talking about Handshake? Well, first and foremost, we are the Center for Career and Professional Development, and we are the office on campus that gets to work with students and alumni in developing their career and professional development goals. And so our mission and our vision are to equip and empower all Mercerians to thrive in the lifelong process of career development. We are not just trying to prepare you for today. We are trying to prepare you for the lifelong process of professional development, and that will include skills for today, but then also include skills for the future. And so we do that by preparing students and alumni to succeed in work and life, through a number of different ways, and primarily by providing customized, innovative, and comprehensive career resources. What that means to you as a user of our platform and of our service in our office is that we recognize that you have a unique career journey and that we are going to do what we can to provide you the correct resources that you need in order to succeed. So first and foremost, of course, what is Handshake and why are we here and what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about a premier online career development platform that is designed as the main hub for all things career development at Mercer. This is a national platform with millions of students on it and hundreds of thousands of employers on it. And so it is a great platform that we are proud to provide free to all Mercerians. It is one of the many tools that we provide to students and alumni. The really great part of it, and we're going to hop into this a little bit later, is that it is part of the suite of tools that we provide you for free, and you don't even have to create your account. Your account is already created for you. All you have to do is log in and start using it. And so if you haven't already logged into your Handshake account, I would highly encourage you to do so. And I'm actually going to give you a challenge at the end of this webinar to do so and to show you a few areas that if you haven't already done so, that you can get started with your profile. But why would you want to use Handshake? Why do Mercerians use Handshake? Well, first and foremost, it's to get connected. It's the way that you're going to connect with us, to make appointments, to access the resources, to connect with your peers, to see maybe what a peer is doing with their internship or their student teaching or their clinicals, to be able to communicate back and forth as it pertains to career development. To get discovered, of course, you can be messaged by recruiters. Not only can you seek out opportunities, but companies can find you. And so as soon as you go into the platform, one of the things that I encourage candidates to do is to make your profile public. By default, things default to privacy, but I want you to be discovered. And so I want you, once you're comfortable, to publicize your profile and let recruiters start reaching out to you. You'll start receiving messages from recruiters based on your major, based off of your career interest and your goals. To get it all in one place, this is where we put all of our resources. This is 100% where we will put those things that are exclusive just to Mercerians. It is also the place where we will have our employers go to reach you. There's no secret message board here on campus that only certain students get access to. Everyone gets access to Handshake and everyone gets access to the same information. And so it's a great resource for you to get it all in one place. And then of course, finally, to get hired, whether that's an internship or a part-time job now or a job 5-10 years from now. You can also use this platform to explore graduate programs, fellowships, all sorts of different things. And so it's the greatest way for you to connect with whatever might be coming next in your career. So the first thing I want to cover is logging in to Handshake. As I mentioned, you already have an account. It has already been created for you. All you have to do is activate your account by logging in. And so the way that you'll do that is you'll go to mercer.joinhandshake.com. If ever you can't find that link or you can't remember it, it's always linked off of our website, which is career.mercer.edu, which can be found from the Mercer homepage at any time by using the search bar. But when you go to the Join Handshake website and you go to Mercer's portal, you are going to see this image that is on the left-hand side. This one right here. And you are going to want to focus on this big blue button that says Mercer student sign in with your MUID. When you click that button as a currently enrolled student, it is going to take you to a Mercer login page. And that Mercer login page, you need to enter your MUID and your associated password, just like you would get into My Mercer or your email or Canvas. And as soon as you do that and you press sign in, it's going to redirect you back to Handshake, where you have full access to the entire platform. You're going to land usually on the home page, which is chock full of information. But I'm really going to take a few opportunities just to focus in on a few things that you're really going to want to start to investigate as you get involved with this platform. And the first one is you'll notice in the top message bar is that you immediately have access to jobs and events as well as employers, but we're mainly going to focus on jobs and events today. And then also to your profile, which in my case is illuminated by my photo. If you don't have a photo in the system, it will be your initials. But then you also have access to the Career Center, which is everything you need to know about our office, and then your Message Center, which is where we can message you. And it's also where employers and other students can message you. And so from that home screen, if we were to scroll down on this home screen, we would see tons of job recommendations, employers to talk to, and upcoming events and recommendations. There's just a ton of stuff on that homepage, but this is where we're going to focus our attention today. So the first thing I want you to do is to update your information. Your account has been populated with some basic information. It has been populated with things like your name, your email, your major, your degree level, academic level, and school and college. We don't put things in there like your gender, your GPA, organizations you belong to, skill sets you might have, what you're involved in. We don't put any of that in there. And so that's really for you to have control over what information you share with potential employers. But I would highly encourage you to update your information. And again, you can do that by clicking on the circle menu button up in the upper right hand corner and accessing this menu option of items. And so to update your profile, you would click on this top My Profile, which would take you to your profile page. So what are the things that you're going to be able to update there? Things like your organizations and your extracurriculars, what courses you're taking, what projects you're working on. This will become highly important as you advance throughout your collegiate career and beyond, when you start to complete some large projects and you're able to demonstrate skill sets that pertain to your major and your future career. You'll also be able to see right away if your profile is visible, if you've made your profile visible, and who it's visible to. In this case, my student profile is visible to employers, students, and alumni across all Handshake universities. And that was my choice. I made that choice to make mine visible to that group. What I really like about your profile page is you can also see what employers see, because you can see more on your profile than they can, and that looks a little bit different. So you can see what an employer would see of your profile. The other thing that is also really cool is that Handshake, a lot like LinkedIn, is going to try to prompt you to complete your profile and to add more information to it. And it's always going to give you goals. So in this case, it's telling me, hey, your profile is only 35% complete. And in order to boost that number, we think you should add some organizations or some skills. It'll prompt you maybe to add a photo, to add a resume or a document to your profile. So follow those prompts and those cues to see how you can maximize your profile. There's another way that you can access your career interests to let people know what you're interested in. So again, if we click that circle button and then we click on My Career Interest, you will get this career interest page where you can add information like what types of career options you're looking for. I'm looking for full-time jobs. I'm looking for internships. I'm looking for part-time positions. You can add what cities you might be looking for. I'm looking for opportunities back in my hometown of Tampa, Florida. I'm also looking for opportunities in Macon, Georgia. And so you get to fully customize. I'm interested in these industries. I'm interested in this particular type of job role, and even all the way up into I'm planning on graduating on this month and year, so that employers can kind of follow your progress and say, oh, you're planning on graduating in 3 years. Maybe I should communicate with you about an internship versus, oh, I see you're graduating in May. Let's start talking about your employment after graduation. So I would definitely suggest that you update your career interests as soon as you get comfortable with the platform. Additionally, one last thing that you really want to update is your notifications. And this is very similar to every other social media platform out there, but how often am I getting notified by this platform with cool information? Am I getting too much? Am I getting too little? So again, click the menu item and then go to your notifications and you'll receive the page that looks like this. And it's going to ask you a couple different things. Number one, when this happens, do you want to receive an email? Do you want to receive a notification? Notifications are a red option that's going to pop up here. It's like an in-platform notification, very similar to what you've seen with Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, any of those platforms. And then do you want a push notification if you downloaded the mobile app? And so you can edit notifications for all sorts of things like your jobs, events that you've registered for, upcoming appointments, career fairs. There's a ton of different things that you can access notifications for. But so if you start to feel like you're getting too many notifications or not enough notifications, that's a great place to start to figure out how to adjust those settings. Lastly, I would also suggest that you upload your documents, which again is similar in that same menu item that we've talked about before, and it is in the My Documents section. You can upload any number of documents here. You can see resumes, cover letters, transcripts, other documents. Sometimes the system's going to tell you what to upload. If you go to apply for a job that's an internship and they want a resume and a cover letter, there's going to be a slot for you to upload a resume and a slot for you to upload a cover letter. And you're going to want to upload both of those so that you can apply for the job. The cool part about this is you have an unlimited amount of resumes and cover letters and documents that you can upload here. So you can always upload a document that's specific to the job you're applying to. This is my resume for the Geico internship in marketing. And they will come in here and you can let it know. This is piece that I do want to point out right here is this visibility part. What this is telling you is that you have the option as a user of this platform to make one document of each type visible. Usually I only suggest making a resume visible and maybe an other document if you need to upload a portfolio. But what that does is that then attaches that document to your public profile so that people can see a resume. And so once you have a really good fine-tuned version of your resume, I would always suggest making at least one document visible on your profile so that people can learn more about you. Next, we're going to move on to engaging with the Career Center. How do you meet with us? How do you engage with us? So first and foremost, if you want to learn more about the Career Center, you're going to click on this Career Center button that will stay always up in the top of your menu item. It's going to take you to a page where you can learn more about our office, see who our staff is, what upcoming events we have planned. It's really just a great hub of knowing all things about Mercer CCPD. Let's say that you want to schedule an appointment to meet with one of our consultants. You would do that through the appointments button, which is found on the Career Center page. You also can get to resources here. We're going to talk about resources in a second. So just remember that that is there and you get to it through this Career Center portion of the platform. When you go to schedule an appointment, number one, you can schedule an appointment for any reason whatsoever. You want to get to know us, schedule an appointment. You want to have a review on a resume, schedule an appointment. You have an upcoming interview that you need to practice for, schedule an appointment. I always tell all of my candidates that there's no wrong reason to make an appointment with us, and we can't help you unless we know you, right? And so if you feel you need that customized level of experience, feel free to schedule an appointment. When you click that appointments button, you're first going to come to a page that has an option to schedule a new appointment If you have any upcoming appointments, those will be listed there. And if you have any past appointments, those will also be listed there. So if you want to remember who you met with last time or what you talked about, you can always go to your past appointments, but you want to click the schedule a new appointment button. From there, it's going to ask you to choose a category. And what these categories are is which office are you trying to meet with? Are you trying to meet with the university level Center for Career and Professional Development? Are you trying to meet with a specific School of Business Career Development office? Or are you trying to get pre-graduate school advising through academic and advising services? And so depending on who you are trying to reach, it will depend on which one of these that you click on. But this menu is fully customizable and you can click into one, click out of it, click into another if you realize that you've made the wrong decision. So when you click into an appointment or you click into a category, excuse me, you'll be given a list of appointment types. And so in this case, I've just given you an example of the appointment types that are offered. So let's say that you've got a resume and you want to sit down with a consultant to learn more about your resume. You could click Career Document Assistant, and then it's going to take you to a page where you literally can say on September 8th, I want to meet with someone at 1 o'clock. Oh, it looks like Stacy Patola has an appointment that's available. I will take that appointment with Miss Stacy. And so you have the option to meet with any of our staff members at any of our locations. As a Mercer student and alumni, you're not limited to just a specific person. Each person on our staff, as Ms. Patola mentioned earlier, each person on our staff serves a specific population of students, and that's kind of known as our specialty. My specialty is working with students who are in the sciences and students that are in the pre-health professions. But that doesn't mean I can't serve a music student or an education student. And so you are always welcome to meet with any one of our staff members to get started. And then as you want to start receiving more specialized advice, you're probably going to want to narrow it down to a specific consultant if you're needing specific advice. So again, just learning more about the appointments. So remember I talked about resources. We upload a ton of resources to Handshake each semester. And so right now, if you go into that career resources section of the platform, you are going to see a number of different tiles where you can click into that tile and learn more. So for example, if you've got an upcoming interview, not only can you schedule an appointment with our office, but you can go look at the resources that are available on Handshake on how to prepare for your interview. In this case, we provide you information about Big Interview. Big Interview is an electronic platform where students can practice their interviews in an AI setting where you can record yourself and then watch yourself answering an interview question to get a critique. And so again, each one of these has different resources available to you, and they are going to be linked out of that Career Center resources page. Next, we're going to be talking about attending career events like this one. We have a lot of career events that we plan throughout the year, and I want to make sure that you know how to get to them and you know how to register and learn more about them. So again, very similar to what we were talking about earlier, to get to the events portion on that main menu bar that again never goes away, you want to click on events. And through this events portion, you are going to learn about Mercer events and external events. Mercer events are going to be things that are hosted by Mercer offices like ourselves and maybe other offices on campus. And then external events are going to be those events that are held maybe by an employer or by a graduate program. And so in this case, you can see that this is my view of the events page. Up here, you can search for a specific event if you know that there's an event coming up, or we'll say that you want to learn more about Google and see if Google is having any events. You could search and see if there's a Google event in the platform, or you could look for one of our career fairs. So you can use a search bar always, but then there's also filters right here that you can use where you can narrow it down to events just hosted by Mercer, virtual events, career fairs, things that are happening this week, and then so on and so forth. When you register for something, so you may have already noticed this since you registered for this event, you will have a schedule, and the schedule will always be on this events page, and it'll let you know, okay, this is what's coming up. So for me, the next event that I've registered for is the September Career Clinic that is on September 14th. It's a virtual webinar similar to this one where Stacy Patola and Ashley Herman will be speaking about resumes. And then you'll also notice later in the month of September, I'm registered for the in-person job and internship career expo that's happening on the Macon campus. When you click into any one of these events, you can learn more about the event as well. So again, this event page is going to be a great hub for all things happening career development at Mercer University and beyond. Of course, we mentioned that you want to connect to opportunity through Handshake and you want to get hired. There's lots of different ways to search for opportunities in Handshake. What I love about Handshake is that it works off of a platform of discovery. And what that means is that the more information you put in the system and the more you interact with the system, the better resources and the better suggestions it is going to give you. But right away on the home screen, when you log in, you'll start to see that they categorize jobs for you based off of your interests. So here's some jobs that are popular in your major, things you might want to check out. Here are jobs that are expiring soon. So if you're interested, you might want to make sure you go ahead and apply. There's a ton of different categories that they have. You'll see here on my profile, I said I was interested in research. So it's suggesting research jobs to me. And so again, that's always a great spot to get started if you don't know what you're looking for, but you kind of just want to get a good feel for the opportunities that are available. Again, I mentioned that it's going to customize results based off of your interests. So if you start saying that you're interested in research and Atlanta was one of your cities that you're interested in, it's going to start suggesting Atlanta-based research opportunities. But once you click into a job, you're going to reach this screen and you're going to have a ton of information about any position that's available in the platform. Right now, we have almost 15,000 jobs available in the platform as of this moment today. And that will change. Some jobs are going to expire tonight. The new jobs are going to come on the platform tomorrow. So it's always important that you keep up and check the platform occasionally to see what's going on, because something that you're interested in might not be advertised until next week. And then if it's not advertised till next week, but you don't check in until next month, you might miss the opportunity. So you will see that there's just a lot of really cool opportunity and jobs, internships, fellowships, volunteer roles, graduate programs that you can check into through Handshake and even submit your application. One thing I mentioned earlier is that recruiters can message you. And so you'll see in this case, I've got a number of recruiters who have reached out to my student platform trying to get a hold of me. Geico is trying to get a hold of me, the United States Capitol Police, Apple, just a ton of different corporations. But you'll see in this case, hey, we are holding a virtual recruiting event that we want you to attend. If you're interested, come look at our event and meet our team. So that's going to be located here up in the messages portion of your platform. So when you receive a message, it will come into your inbox and then you'll be able to see how an employer is communicating with you. Really new to the platform now is you can proactively schedule time with employers and reach out to recruiters. So previously on the platform, only recruiters could reach out to students, but now students can reach out to employers and even schedule one-on-one video chats with recruiters who have set that up on the platform. So in this case, this particular visual comes directly from the home screen, taken off the home screen today. And it is suggesting, like, again, Capitol Police, I told you that they sent me a message. And so because they sent me a message, they're saying, hey, if you're interested and you want to schedule a 15-minute chat with one of their recruiters, you can do so. I could click into here and schedule a chat today, tomorrow, next week with a recruiter. And there's any number of employers, and you can do that have set this up, and you can do this directly through Handshake. The last thing I want to mention before I give you a challenge is that Handshake has an amazing app for students, and I would highly encourage every single student to download the app. If you use this particular QR code here, I know we've got two QR codes on the screen, but this particular QR code is going to take you to a web page that Handshake has hosted where you can say, do you want it from the App Store or Google Play? Of course, you can go to either one of those platforms and download it directly there. But if you are a QR code user, this one is going to take you to Handshake where they'll direct you specifically to the App Store that you need. So with that, I'm going to give everyone a Handshake challenge. If you, again, have already set up your profile, great. I want you to challenge yourself to either go through and update these items or check to see that you have these items. And if you have not activated your profile, number one, I want you to activate your profile, and then I want you to start off with this. So Handshake has done a little bit of research, and they have found out that there are 3 Handshake profile must-haves that will help you get noticed by employers. We tend to think that major is going to get you noticed. Maybe GPA is going to get you noticed. And some of those are, but these are the things that employers are really clued into and how they're targeting who they're going to reach out to. And they've discovered that when students complete these 3 profile must-haves, that 80% of students who pull those out receive a message from a recruiter, which is really, really huge. So number one is I want you to go in and tell the system in that preferences, those career interest section, what job types you're looking for. And again, this can ebb and flow. Maybe you're looking for a part-time job or internship now, but as you progress throughout your degree later, you're looking for a full-time role. So kind of keep that in mind, that you can update this now, and then when you're ready to change it, you can update it later. But go in and tell the system what job types you're looking for. Next, what cities are you targeting? This could be something local. Maybe you're looking for opportunities in Macon or Atlanta. Maybe you're looking for opportunities back home for next summer. Maybe you're a distance learning student and you are based out of Chicago and you're looking for roles in Chicago, or you're a student who has aspirational cities of where you want to land. You can put any number of cities in and it will start to suggest things for you. And employers can also use that to target, well, we're located in Rome, Georgia. Who has put in Rome, Georgia or somewhere close by? Those students might be more likely to check out our roles. And so we're going to target that group first. So go ahead and insert some cities of where you're interested and want to work. And then lastly, what types of roles do you want to do? This could be like earlier when I told you that on my profile, I put that I was interested in research. Maybe you're interested in business management, clerical, science, healthcare. What types of roles? What is it that you want to do? And that will help employers start to target if you're interested in their industry and if you're interested in their career goals. So again, I want you to challenge yourself to go in, activate your profile, and update these 3 things as you're building your profile so that employers can start to message you. Lastly, I want you to connect with us on social media if you haven't already done so. We primarily use Instagram, Facebook as our 2 social media platforms. A lot of our webinars are uploaded to YouTube. And then, of course, professionally, you can always find us on LinkedIn. And that's a huge resource where employers connect with us to share opportunities with our students and where we celebrate the accomplishments of our Mercerians. So if you're on any one of these, we would highly suggest that you connect with us and follow us on social media.